Hello, Carrier. Creeper World. Self-loathing is still strong with you, Mark, I see. Well, believe it or not, I actually do enjoy this game. Unlike Darwinia. It is a little bit similar, but this one actually has base building. I can't think of more mind-numbing strategy game. Well, at least it's not a sandbox, right? There are goals on each map. So you should like that. I suppose it's not exactly riveting. Not sure, haven't seen anyone stream it or anything, so I'm not sure how well received it was, really. I mean, we could play something else. I just don't know what. This is seconds into the map. The game is unlosable, and then there's 20 minutes of slowly pushing to inevitable victory. Yeah, sort of. But you can die on some maps, especially once the creeps start coming. I'm not sure if you know this game exactly. The previous ones were a little bit different. This one is 3D and has a bunch of new enemies and stuff like that. So it is a little bit different, and it's all about figuring out things. Yeah, played 90% through it. Okay, good. I still think you can lose, but depends how bad decisions you make. If you neglect the defense, it can happen. And then just give up, then enjoy 80% of the time. That's not good. Well, I'd say we could play something else if you have any ideas. It's not like anybody asked for this. Jake also ran a Wiggle one shot of Creeper World 4, okay. I was not aware of that. Still a minute left, so unless you come up with something that I'm gonna accept, you're gonna have to suffer through this. We could also play Bug Us, I guess. We haven't played it in a while, and we could try to beat it in one shot. Because the DLC content is actually quite insane. Maybe I'll understand what you see in it. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe not. And you're gonna get reaffirmed in your backwards ways. It's fine. Either way. Yeah, we could also play Bug Us, I guess. I wanted to beat it in one shot, which takes several hours, so you'd be here until like 2 AM, but it's Friday, so I don't mind it. I would like to beat it in one shot. Let's do a vote. Let's do a vote. I'm myself in turn. This is not something anyone requested, by the way. This is just me going like, oh yeah, this game, I haven't played it in a while. Let's play that. And then, oh no, what is this? I do remember it quite well, actually. Hey, Kwas. Oh, Onmolaron, welcome. I thought you were gonna do Caesar 3. We don't play only Caesar, and we played 2 maps today. We are supposed to play the 3rd map, that is correct, but newest Caesar 3 version with Augustus got a bug that borked the map I was supposed to play, so Fairby couldn't provide it. That's why we don't have it. Jake's one shot was beat the campaign in 8 hours. He didn't even last 2 hours. So yeah, no Caesar today, no more Caesar, because we don't have the map. And we probably won't have it until tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow it's gonna happen. If not, then we can wait. It's fine. Let's do 5 minutes on the vote. I don't want it to be too short. In the meantime, I'm probably gonna go and grab something real quick. Well, let's shut out the browser source. So we don't have that. Still no votes. You're gonna have to decide. It's like Creeper World has 1 vote and Buggos has another vote. Okay. So it's even. You're gonna have to decide. Okay, Creeper World is leading with 2 votes. Still some time left. And talk about something in the meantime, I guess. If you want to ask anything, now would be the time. Guess you might as well start the first mission in the meantime. It's a pretty simple one, I think. Don't remember it too well. Oh no, I think it's just yeah, the story is not exactly riveting. Okay, right. So I have to build a tower. No, it wants to teach us movement. R, C, close that, build a tower. Cancel is space, right. So we have this subset. You can build things. Some of the things are towers, which towers generate energy by creating the green fields, and energy is your money basically. It's used for construction of everything and feeding ammunition to towers. Ammunition to towers like this machine gun turret. I think the music might be slightly too loud here, so let's just tune it down a little bit. Just get through this. The story is really boring and it's just text. There's no voice acting. So you have meteors and they deposit creep. And creep is this blue thing, blue liquid. If it touches your structures, it will start to destroy them. Move the Rift Lab. So that's our base. Let's move it. And so yeah, the creep, as it touches things, it will explode. And some things have HP, so they will deplete HP and then they will die. And it spreads. It doesn't spread by itself, you need emitters for it, and emitters are not a thing that's in this level yet, but we will get them eventually, or we will see them eventually. So select these cannon, and let's move them to make sure the creep doesn't actually spread all that much. We'll need to build a couple of towers for ourselves for energy, as well as just cover areas against the creep. And so the city will send out these white balls, which are the energy that goes to the construction. Let's get another one there, and another one here. The towers can be stockpiled with ammunition. They have a bar, and so you can lift them and move them. Hey everyone, welcome. Something about this game is a bit creepy. That's it. Horrible puns. Okay, do we have 2 turrets somewhere? Yes. In fact, we do. And the game insists move turrets here. Okay, let's do that. Let's build some towers for extra energy. You could also do shift, drag, and then it will build them effectively. Crap. Kerry really doesn't like this game. It's fine. Embrace the creep. Okay, another explosion. And another one, okay. Yeah, Unless we get access to building machine guns, I think we are gonna be in a little bit of a predicament here. Those are gonna snap. Yes, I'm salted. Well, that was the vote. You could have made me play Pagos instead. But alas, it was not made to be. I played all of Creeper World 1 in the browser. Yeah, good old times, right? It's a long time away. It was pretty good at the time. This one is actually... The 3D one actually has some pretty innovative stuff for Creeper World standards. And I didn't hate the game. I mean, I played through it and I did kinda enjoy it because I like tower defense. Well, this game also has base building, so I like it, but it's not the most challenging game ever. As Kerry mentioned, unless you really fuck up, there is nothing you can really do to lose. So that is that. So if you are here for riveting, nail-biting gameplay, that's not gonna happen. But I like it, so here we are. Let's start by building our energy network. Yeah, unpause the game. Can we unpause the game, please? Yes. So the city will start building the towers. First we do the economy, then we do the military. As in most games. Just cover this entire thing in Silent. There are actually emitters on this map, I think. Yeah, you can see that they are spawning creeps. So we need to be sort of fast. Some of these might not actually happen. So can we cancel structures? Not really. That's scary. I think a bunch of these towers are not gonna come into fruition because we have emitters. I didn't actually realize that. I wanted Creeper World. I want to be sold. Okay. Well then, it's your choice. I mean, I agree. Game is great. Well, maybe not exactly great, but fun. It's not the greatest game ever by any stretch. Okay. So our deficit is fine. We are still constructing things. We need this turret up soon, or we will have problems. So the emitters are a problem. We have this, I want this, that's research, I think. And we have this, which is something I don't remember. It's probably research or something. So, this guy, we are gonna move the turret down here, even though it's covered in creep, it's gonna handle it. Let's get this guy to this position. This guy will shift there, this guy will shift there. So he did clear it up. We'll build a new cannon. Let's get a couple of towers to cover the areas we need to climb. This guy's gonna move all the way there. Let's construct a couple of extra turrets in the safe position, because they would get insta-destroyed if they get touched by the creep. Now we are creating space, which is not covered by creep anymore, but what you need to realize is they will constantly spawn it, so we need to be cautious about where the emitters are. So it looks like there's one, another one there, a lot of them actually. We currently don't have technology to nullify them, so that's something we might have to look into. But what we can do is set up areas, like we can just constantly diminish this, and that's gonna be fine. But what we actually need to do is expand towards some of these areas that have high ground and have some energy from that. So let's move these two here, and then we'll try to establish a link. We also would like another turret there, I think. This looks kinda scary. There are a bunch of emitters around. And another thing I wanted to mention, yeah, so having military structures that fire constantly is a drain on your resource production. You can see the green line is actually our energy, while the yellow is consumption rate of ammunition. So we want to be cautious about that, but also just keep building up. So let's cover this hill in towers for energy, and then just keep making military structures. We'll need to keep some guard towers around. Constantly keep this area safe. So do that with this one as well, there. And so to get to this area, we'll actually need to cross over here, which is gonna be a little bit difficult. There is an emitter, so let's bring these guys over so we can use them. This guy we are gonna move as well. Let's make two more. Currently this is our only military structure. Yeah, get those resources in. We also have text-to-speech on messages now on bits and donations, so I figured might as well. I had to get rid of some of the Caesar speak too, because of it, because it would just intermingle with things. So we'll keep expanding like this. Each time we can, we will push up. Salt is good for you. Clearly. Let's try to get some of this stuff. What you need to do is conquer this place. So let's send in some turrets. Clean up this high ground. And so our logistics are getting a little bit tired by the length of this. The towers are not exactly great at transferring things. You can see the ammunition flying through. So preferably you would want to have different kind of things to pylons to actually transfer your stuff. And pylons do not distribute or gather energy, but they will actually transfer it much more quickly. They're also bigger though, so we'll be unlocking that soon. We secured that, so let's grab this research. Then we'll need to figure out this temple, most likely. Now what we want to do is surround this thing completely, and then just make sure that nothing it spawns can hurt us. Also just keep expanding the energy grid. Make some cannon. So this looks fairly secure for now. You can actually move this down. No real reason to have it up anymore. Okay. Go to research, which unlocks us something. No, not really. Maybe now. Oh no, towers, yeah, totems. So we need to collect liftic, which is a resource that powers the towers to be able for us to lift and win. But we also want this temple. move up our military towers. So these guys are ready. Oh, let's move them onto the front line. See them there. And so a single tower should be able to now pacify us constantly, I think. Because it's a weak emitter. Yeah. We can continue pushing this direction. Make a cannon. Like we are clearing towards that temple, so let's just keep doing that. Made some new guys, so let's drop them in this chasm. Control of that totem. This one we can also control fairly easily. This one is no longer necessary, let's put it here to defend that. But we really want this temple, so let's keep pushing in with the turrets. Connect this up with the tower. There is an emitter stuck in the corner there. Need to be a little bit careful. Keep the supply lines going. So we've got this thing, it wants left tick as well, I think. So I'll have to get that. And in order to do that, we will need to push this direction, I think. We have some superficial towers here. So let's just drop them. In here. They should be able to do that. If not, then we can make more. But they are quite good at clearing, especially if they do get supplies constantly. We'll be able to get the left tick now. So you should be able to just constantly diminish this at this point. And so the left tick is getting distributed to the totems. Just needs a bit. Not sure how much the temple needs. Oh, it just generates on the creeper. Right. So that's this white liquid, and it will combat the creeper. So if it encounters it, it will fight it, and both of them will get diminished by that. Later on you can have things that use it or produce it, but for now this is what we've got, just temple. Would have been more useful if we got to it more quickly and gotten this quickly, but the totems were very accessible, so no big deal here. So end the mission by teleporting the city away, so everything dies home. It's a mission where we'll get access to a new military tower. And so we can choose a location for a city. And I think a pretty good one is here. So let's do that. I'll be building up some towers. The few initial ones should be as efficient as possible. Now we get a real emitter. So they are much more dangerous. We have these canyons and the craters. So we will need to work kind of quickly. There are connecting tubes between the craters so the creep can overflow. We have info cache which will give us research. So that's something we want. Now, oh, we do get mortars immediately, right? So let's put a mortar on this hill. Just make sure we cover this in towers. Now we actually can build however we want to really. Start getting this under our control. Because we will want it. So we'll be making another mortar on the other side and one there. Just expand towards these. And here, this is a creep reservoir that's gonna get broken soon. The wall is degrading, so we'll need to make sure there are some towers here, if possible. So funneling resources towards that. We also want to start making a couple of mortars here and here. Just cover everything with energy. Need as much as possible. The mortars will cost a little bit more. Over here we'll want a couple of cannon. Mortar there. So you should be shelling the creep with this now. Yeah, this reservoir is now emptying in here, but we did get our mortar set up, so that's helping us a lot in combating that. Let's try to set up this. Okay, one of them got borked, I think. Let's make a new one. Let's make a new set of mortars. And with this, it looks like we might need some cannon to clean this up reliably. So let's drop some cannon. So I'll be wanting this. After this corridor dries up, we should be able to just get it, because it will no longer get more creep. So this thing. So it's actually gonna be super useful. Get that. Let's get that research. Activate the totem. Something with this one. And so we should be getting basically everything. Archives. Not sure what it is. Combat software? Oh, nullifier, right. So we'll need to nullify as well. Let's build it there. Let's get a cannon to defend that. And that's our only emitter on the map, I think. Yeah, it's probably the only emitter. So after that nullifier is done, we are done with this map. You can see the objectives here. So it will get supplied by ammunition, and then it's gonna nullify it, which means it will no longer spawn. Great enemy. The messages for the story are intentionally made with very hideous and bad grammar. Cliff jump. So home now, not my Mars. Again, don't remember this one much. Oh, this is where we get the ore. Right. Yeah, okay, that is a magazine of creep that's gonna disintegrate and then a reservoir is gonna overflow. The creep cannot overflow into space. These islands are actually the extent it can go. And you can see that there is a tube connecting this. So this will eventually pile up a huge amount of creep and it will continue to overflow in here, and we'll need to siege this island. But before that, yeah, the story is awful, absolutely. Before that happens, we actually need to siege this one. Which this is ours, and we can just take our time now. So let's do that. We have some pylons here, which are gonna be useful later. We have some energy storage to start with. Let's drop our city in here, just to tap these two sources immediately. And pause the game. And so we get access to miners. Miners are actually useful. They can, if you build them on the ore nodes, they will actually extract resources and bring them back to you, which is useful. So we will want to do that. You can either do the resource, which is blueite, which you use for anti-creep making, I think. What's the flipping of structures? Is it C, V? No. What's the... O, Q? O? Oh. Okay, so let's construct the miners. They are gonna provide us with energy, even though they are quite expensive to set up. Still worth it. Just keep building them. Not sure how coverage is gonna look like on this. If we build it too efficiently, that can actually hurt us. Because you need to have the towers for access. But it's the sweet, sweet energy. It counts. And so we'll want to build a pylon in there. Pylon in here, pylon in here. One of these islands as well. and then cover the place in some tar. Oh, towers give us nothing? Alright, towers give us nothing on this mission, I guess. We need to first nullify something, I guess. So we're getting some energy thanks to this, that's good. So we need to prepare an attack. There's some lifting here, but it's not really possible to reach it from this place. So we'll have to prepare some units, and I think we will shell this creep with a mortar. Prepare 2 more. 3 more actually. And we'll want this place. Let's build a pylon to reach it. So let's prepare a couple of machine guns as well. 4 seems about right. And 2 mortars. This one should be able to shell this, right? No, it seems like it cannot. Well, okay. We will just move it ahead. So I need to start clearing away. Our energy is kind of limited now, so we need to be careful about that. Once we establish a foothold somewhere, though, like this area, we could actually cut off from the reinforcing creep. We'll use the machine guns for it. We also at some point will get access to energy coverage with towers, so let's just pile them on. So later on they will be actually effective at gathering things for us. For now it's not that useful. So let the mortars diminish to creep a bit. And we will want to build a pylon over here and then here. Bring the machine guns. Make some towers. Also make 2 pylons. Pylons do speed up the transfer. You can see it goes faster than on the towers, so it's useful. We have this area now, so let's make a pylon here as well. Let's keep 1 machine gun to clear this place, and then 3 of them are gonna push in this way, diminish the creep that's here. It's no longer spawning in here, so it will be quite simple to get rid of it. Hey FGs, welcome. Thanks for the raid. I'll be repositioning the mortars. Hey MGs, welcome. Thanks for the raid. How are you doing? The pylon got destroyed. It's not very good, but this machine gun is gonna keep it safe. Let's make more mortars. More cannon. This area seems almost safe. Let's bring it here. mortar up. So now you have this. Doesn't really help us much so far, but it's gonna be useful later once we get ability to gather energy. Doing fine. Got clear some snow though, yeah. Also had that today. A lot of snowfall. Not great, to say the least. Let's get access to this. We'll need to start shelling this. And pretty soon. So we don't have to deal with an overflow. That's done. Let's move this machine gun here. This emitter is actually quite nasty. It did overwhelm us not too long ago. So let's just use this high ground. But keep clearing. Pile on, pile on. Tars. Oh yeah, these guys need another pylon. A couple of towers to cover this. There's a tube connecting these two islands actually, so this creep is overflowing through that tube here. Just pylon the pylons, yeah. As one does when playing StarCraft or this game. We are kinda running out. Need some well-positioned ones. So this should be very effective at clearing it, but what would be even better is just having more mortars here, really. So let's do that. Also could do with a couple more cannon. And we want to capture that tube, basically, like shoot anything that comes out of it constantly, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's push on with the mortar. And this area is sort of cut off from the creep creation now. So what we want to do is just get a solid position on that. While this is going on, that's gonna be good. I'm going to nullify this sucker. And we can do it from, seems like from here. It's not very safe position, but we can make it secure. Now we'll be able to nullify it fairly safely. Also, is there a way to disable the display of raiders? It's really annoying. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why this is on by default. Nullifying soon. That's done. Let's clear the rest. So now, did we get access to our energy? Not really, no. Maybe you need this. But at that point, it won't really matter, I don't think. Okay, well, let's set up a couple of pylons here. Some towers to go with that. We're making some cannons. Bunkers can clear this up. Two cannons are keeping that safe quite nicely. Let's use these guys, just drop them in. And this position seems more secure now, but we'll need to drop in a bunch of combat towers probably. Still the emitter is making waves. We almost have that. Let's get to this. This is gonna be the last of this. Okay, then we can start dropping towers over here. Try to get this hell. That would be the most useful position to have. Move on. It's another totem. The last one is locked behind us. Some mortars are idle. Just bring them down here. It's not the greatest position in that hole, but it's gonna work. Let's make pylons. We are almost at this. We probably want to nullify first though, since it looks like we will be able to do that pretty soon. Now we are close. Let's get a nullifier. Probably another pylon. Just to make it super safe. And we should continue clearing. Because they no longer can get more. I don't think. So this thing is just gonna get connected to our stuff. Then it's gonna work. After we nullify it, it's gonna be even better for us. We unlocked energy collection. Alright. That's not super useful at this point, since we kinda won already. Towards that last pylon and we are done. Okay, just let it happen. I think that's all the objectives, yeah. Nothing else to do here, really. Cliff jump. Not my Mars. Now it's ruins. Let's take a look at it. So you have this chasm. There's a temple for anti-creep production, which consumes energy and puts out anti-creep. It's on a mountain. It's kind of useful. We do have emitters along here. Even here. There's Liftic, another anti-creep temple. Okay, and this is our... This is supposed to be our starting area, I suppose. We do have some shields, I think. So I'll have to set up our city over here. First thing we want is a couple of towers. Let's get these, get a pylon. Another pylon and another pylon to that. It's gonna be our initial stuff. We also want to mine things. We do have the shield, so that's sort of useful. And we want to set up another pylon here. Connect this. It's gonna be another shield for the ore. Creep cannot penetrate the shield. It can if it grows like huge, and then it will start to seep in and diminish the shield, but with low amounts it's not really a big deal. But we still want a couple of mortars to keep it at bay. It's gonna take a while for us to construct everything we want. Especially the miners actually take a long time to set up. You can see the deficit is huge. So as always, debt is a resource. Because once these miners get chugging, it will actually be good. Let's try to get some extra towers on the outskirts. Can shield might consume more energy as the creep grows around it. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I wouldn't put it past the game. It will seep in. I know that it will seep in. Even if you have surplus energy, it will absolutely seep in as it grows, and it will encroach slowly, tile by tile. Like this tower is probably gonna go fairly soon. I think this one is not long for this world. Yeah, let's make a new one. Some of the miners are getting produced, so more energy being outputted. It's good. You lost the tar, it's fine. There's the greed to kill that. Now we have the shooty tar. Let's bring it here. I want another one here actually. And now the mortars will help out to thin out the creep, hopefully. There goes that one. As I mentioned, the shield is not perfect by any stretch, especially when you have something like this happens. But it's gonna fall apart. It's growing though. Still a lot of creep throughout the map, so that's why. Okay, we've got the shield though. Oh yeah, it's because we activated the shield, it pushed the creep out. And it pushed it into the second shield. It kinda sucks. Let's get some miners going. It's gonna be a while before the energy becomes a threat for them, or the creep, so let's just get these things going. We will need another pylon, bunch of towers, and mortars are probably gonna be our friends. We've got this. Yes, but does not produce anti-creep. You probably need... Oh yeah, you need lifting for it. Oh, and it's A. It needs straight up anti-creep. Well, we can do that because we can actually switch our mines to produce it. Blue-eyed, I think. For that we'll need a factory though. I don't know if we have the blueprints for it yet. Let's grab a couple of mortars on this hill. Can we build a factory? No, I don't think so. Is there a research that would allow us to do it? If it's this, I'm not gonna be getting it anytime soon. Maybe just switch to blue-eyed. Now we need to build a factory, right? Yeah, okay. Let's build it here. It's gonna take up some valuable energy space, that's fine. I enjoy overbuilding and playing with the deficit at some tension, yes it does. It just cannot have everything. So, are we getting anti-creeper? Yes. And it's getting straight into the sample. It's gonna start to do that, right? Or is it gonna produce drones? This might be a different kind of temple. Might do drones actually. Which is not what I wanted. I wanted the anti-creep, that would be better. But oh well. You cannot always have nice things if you want. So it's gonna bomb the deepest creep. With anti-creep, okay. Not bad. Just let them do that, and then eventually you'll be able to secure some of these locations. Take this thing, bring it here. Some creep in there. We have a couple of fresh mortars. Let's bring them to the front. Do we have enough? I think we'll switch some of these guys to blue-white as well. Our energy production fell, but it's still enough. And we are interested in having enough anti-creep, mostly. You can see the blue squares going in, anti-creep, the A cubes being produced. And then that works. So let's make a nullifier. From the safety of our crutch shield. And then which one is gonna be next? I believe this one. For that we probably want some turrets. Need to wait on this to nullify, so we can actually get this area. Would be really nice for us. Let's try to get this area under our control. Okay, now it's nullified. Let's move the mortars to this ridge. Let's get a pylon, another pylon, and another pylon just to create network. We might have lost something there. Well, it doesn't really matter. Claiming this area for ourselves as well. Let's take this turret, put it in here. Start pushing in at these guys. Let's get a pylon. One down here somewhere. After this dies off, now we should be just gobbling up territory at this point. I want to build a couple of extra turrets. Some of them might not make it. Sacrifice we are willing to make. Let's create a connection for our network. There's a bunch of anti-creep here, so let's just climb this for ourselves. We'll be sending the mortars here. Try to clear all this up. Let's get a pylon. Good one actually. Keep connecting everything up so we have fast transfer. We need to nullify this sucker. Need a pylon for support. Keep moving in the units that are actually outside of combat, so they can help up with mopping up. Climb this ridge finally. Like that. Get this. nullification soon, right? Yeah, it got constructed. So what's next? I want this research, I think. And then after that we'll head to the last two. This apparatus does not concern me greatly. But we'll keep it safe. Let's bring these mortars closer. Pile on, pile on, pile on. We did nullify this one. Just keep moving in. What did we get? We did get something, I'm gonna check it out first. Just move these. Need to nullify this one, so gotta get position. Doesn't look like we actually have anything from that, which is fine. We don't need more things to deal with this. I think that energy is overflowing at this point. Let's get that. A lot of anti-creep here actually. So we definitely benefit from just mortaring the shit out of this. Go back slightly. And we'll be nullifying this one. Just make sure we have units surrounding this. Also want this left deck, finally. Pylon. Let's create some connections so it's faster. Nullified. This one is going to be nullified as well. Okay. We know nothing. Let's go in, take a look at it. So, reservoirs of creep, and they have enemy station. Right, so this is where they get units. Is it? Or no, oh, these lines are feeding this creep wall, which is gonna emit waves of creep. They're gonna advance through here, so we need to diminish these with mortars. And then you have research. We also have this wall, which is gonna constantly deplete. And there's no real way for us to save it. But this one we can save. We also have access to greenar. Right. What do we make out of greenar again? Is it liftic? Purple liftic. And blueite crystal, so you can mine some blueite without needing to use ore. But that's still gonna be something we need to use our ore for, I think, eventually. Now let's start building our base over here. So we'll start by building a bunch of towers first, because they are efficient at getting energy quickly. And so we should use our initial time to just get as much energy as possible before the creep arrives. at the wall, and once it does, we'll need to focus our weapons on it. So push out some mortars and whatever. For now, it's just to cover this entire place in energy. Every single tile counts. Miners, we are gonna hold on for now on these. Just let this to materialize. Green art turns into lift tech, right? Okay. We have some time left, but definitely need to get going on this. Energy is still low, but it's gonna get better as we get more and more towers set up. Also, this is kinda close to the actual city, so we will be able to make at least a couple of mortars fairly soon. And then make a couple of cannon as well for security. Refinery is miner, alright, so we'll mine bluite immediately. Greener is not important just yet. What we want is set up a pylon there, and here, as well as here, and here. Want to start making some ore. It's actually kind of hard to see now, but we unfortunately do have the overlay on the miners themselves. Can you not make it there? Kinda sucks. It's definitely not efficient extraction by any stretch of imagination. Let's make those. Our energy should be ramping up. The creep has arrived at the wall and it is breaking through. We'll be making some additional cannon, as well as a couple of mortars, because you'll need to do a slow push. Anti-creep temple would be good to get. It's gonna be pretty much impossible for me to claim it early on though. We'll need to beat this wave first, I think. We'll be building a factory. We've constructed defenses, that's good. Our energy output is actually rising. Let's get some green arc going. Let's get some pylons for quick transfer of resources. Cover these last few tiles. And this is gonna arrive soon, so let's be ready. So we can make a stockpile of anti-creep, that's gonna be handy. For later we could switch our mines for bluite as well. At least some of them. So let's see how this wave goes. It's a lot of creep. These corners might be something that would help us out a lot if we can start demolishing this stockpile of creep. It would actually help us a lot. But yeah, this initial wave needs to die. Which mortars will help with that considerably. So after it dies out, we'll be able to proceed, because this is a huge pile. They're making a new one, but it's not gonna be as massive. It's advancing closer, touching the wall even, but we should have enough mortars with the double line to just pound it into oblivion. If we had sprayers, I would actually start building up anti-creep behind this. But we cannot. We don't have that yet, which is a shame. But the game wants us to slow push, so we'll have to slow push. After this flank diminishes, we can actually use this. I'm gonna make some new weapons to try and secure a foothold. So I want to keep this line intact, but also try to push out. So getting that temple would be really good. But pylon wouldn't survive here. I don't think. We could give it a shot, I guess. I really doubt it, yeah. No, this is not great. Let's put this mortar more forward. This one here. Try to get a turret in front so that this mortar can actually move there. This is gonna concentrate firepower. Put these mortars more forward since we can. Let's get a pylon. It's a little bit optimistic pylon, but we'll see. It's gonna be a drain on our resources, but we do have plenty of energy for now. And yeah, the temple is producing anti-creep now. If we keep supplying it with anti-creep, it's gonna do it. And we should be able to just constantly feed it, I think. Okay, so what we want to do here is put this turret on the low ground. Get a pylon on this. And start shelling that with a mortar. Need to do the same thing on the other side. So we need to build up some more cannon. Now these guys we can actually use to push out slightly more. Mortar as well. Now it's actually time to move them. We have some anti-creep to help us out. Get a position in here. Let's get a pylon on the very edge over here so that we can get this one. Get a tower. Get another tower on this. Get a mortar. It's gonna start shelling this. Need to be getting a new pylon over here. Probably densify the infrastructure a bit. Need to be making some space for extra mortars in front though, because need them to keep shelling the creep. So I'll be using the guns to go forward. Though it's not very safe for them. be getting access to a totem soon. Also, this might actually work out soon. Question is, can we get a tar and then another tar on that? Yes, we can. Something like this. So we can actually start to cheese it a bit. Let's get a turret, send it over. Same with this one. And a mortar each as well. Because when they die, it's actually gonna make our life simpler, because that's the only thing that's emitting stuff on this map, these two crates, basically. So if you wanted to nullify it, we could soon. Just make sure it happens. Showing that deep keep from there is actually useful. We do want that, so let's make more. Mortars that can reach that. This guy's gonna move. So this one. Nullify this one. Let's get a pylon for faster transfer. Same over here. Build some tars. Okay, that thing is done. Nullified it successfully. We've gained a totem, which means that we have a shield. So let's get some pylons. Tars. This one is done. Keep showing dynamite. I think we'll be depleting the creep pretty soon. The wall doesn't get any input anymore. So as long as you keep this up, it's gonna be fine. Actually thinking about making a whole bunch of cannons and just dropping them in here. We do have the energy for it, I think. It's gonna put a strain on our economy to say the least, but that's fine. We could also harvest more of this. In the meantime, we should really capitalize on this progress. I'm just lazy moving my things, which is not good. You shouldn't be lazy moving things around. That's just throwing away potential progress. Even if some of them die, it's fine. They are supplied with ammunition. Let's pick them up, drop them over here. Let's make a forward pylon for supply. This guy's too overzealous. Let's make a pylon for supply, and here as well. Sides look conquered. Pretty much. Towers for energy. Now we are getting some good progress. Creep is being diminished. I need to get this. Should be pretty simple at this point. Just make some pylons. connect to the things and see it happen. I think. So we did take care of the enemy spawners pretty quick. So now we just need totems. Just quickly check something out in the meantime. Okay, good. So that was We Know Nothing. We Were Never Alone. What's next? So we have Radon. They do have spore launchers on this map, which means that they will shoot us. We should get access to missiles though. Yes, we do. Right, there's a shield in the middle. Emitters. Delegate, which needs to be accessed. It's like a late game thing because it's behind all the creep. And we have two possible locations to start, but this one is better clearly because it has the energy storage building. So let's just tap into that immediately. And the first thing we do, as always, just cover everything in towers. Our initial resources. With the stuff we've got, it's gonna be actually faster. You know, the energy storage. It's gonna help us develop it faster. You'll just get all this sweet energy. We'll be trying to push across this plateau. Conquer this quickly. Stagger some miners. Can't fit as many as I would like. It's fine. Let's make some pylon connections. So that we can move stuff faster. That was the game. Just use that energy immediately, but yeah, bunch of towers built. That's good. And what we'll want to be doing is place some missile launchers. They will probably want to consume Redondo, so let's get a factory and a refinery in the midst of these. Then you also need regular creep diminishing methods. Let's get some mortars on this. The turrets as well, and then a couple of cannon. Keep this area safe. Could actually try to expand to claim this as well. So we're making some missiles, and we should see where the spores are tonight. Oh yeah, it's not covered with creep too much yet, but it's gonna happen. They have like 2 minutes. It's gonna shoot a bunch of spores, so we need to be ready. Preferably with a couple more missiles in the back just to secure our position a little more. I don't want any creep hitting anything if I can help it. It's like we might actually be able to even grab some of this space. Primary, let's say. Pylons. Want to keep a missile on here. Let's build some mortars as well. I know, spore launchers are gonna launch in a minute. Now you'll probably need to push towards either one of these emitters or the center for the shield. I think the shield would be a pretty solid position. And that is high ground, so it's easier to push into. Let's go ahead and do that. Try to advance the line. We'll be establishing a couple of missile batteries here as well. We do have some, so none of these should really threaten us too much. Good. Like we might use a cannon here as backup. So spore launchers are gonna launch soon as well, but we should be able to just shoot them down continuously at this point. We have plenty of missiles. Let's keep pushing. Let's make new camp. Actually appreciate a couple more towers, military ones. Let's push on this mortar. These guys can actually come a little bit closer as well. Need to start building a missile over here and on this corner. cover some of these blind spots with tars. Pylons, we should also make some missiles. We are almost at the shield. This high ground is almost ours. Need to get this high ground now. Let's try and go and capture it. We're almost there. Okay, shield is ours. Now it's gonna push the creep out. It might result in some collateral. Cover this in tars. Pylons. Some missiles wouldn't go amiss. Can soon nullify this. And then this other one can be quite a quick target as well. The middle one is gonna be more problematic though. Not sure if you are supposed to get another research from this map, or is it just missiles? It might just be missiles. So this nullifier is gonna go. It's a shame we cannot get anti-creep on this. That would help diminishing this, because we don't have very many advanced towers yet at all. It's a little bit of a shame. pushing in. They're positioning some of these mortars to shelter deep creep. This is nullified. Next target is that. Most likely this is just gonna take a little while to diminish. Shelling it with mortars would help. Let's move up with the turrets. To make a couple more cannon and mortars. We probably should make some missiles forward and here. I'll use these to try and establish a foothold over here. What I really want is to nullify this one, if at all possible. This high ground is good. Get a nullifier. I think that's gonna work. So after that's done, we need to push up the gap. Also set up a couple of missile batteries. So that is fine. Need to went on that nullification so the creep is weaker. This high ground is gonna be super useful if we can get it, but it's constantly getting reinforced with this. Makes me think a bunch of massed turrets which will help. Just do a drop. That's nullified. Bring these guys closer. Some pylons. Let's do a drop on this cliff. Right here. Get some pylons established. Bring the mortars. Nullifier needs to be placed on that. It's not gonna be simple. Let's use some of the turrets. Let's get a turret on that. Pylon. Got a nullifier. Can do it from there actually. It's safer. It's not completely safe. Pylon's gonna help. Some of these turrets are taking a huge beating, but it's okay, we can just help out, get some more from this. Get absolutely slathered on things. The more things we have, the more firepower, the faster we'll be able to clear. And you'll need to nullify these launchers as well. So let's get that, so we can place a nullifier on that. That one is done. And this just activates when enough creep has been diminished from the map. That's how you do it. Okay, that one didn't really work too well. Let's get the mortars forward. Now it should be okay to make more pylons and nullify this. Tower died. Pylon, nullifier. So anything else? No, it's just nullify enemies. Right. So just let it happen. If we didn't get cancelled by that, I think we should be safe now though. Okay, it's getting built, it's getting charged, so it's gonna happen soon. So we have We Know Nothing, We Are Never Alone is done, and then hints. What's hints? It's a base. Oh, this is where you get anti-creeper dispensers or the sprayers, I think. So I'll have to start over here. It's gonna be tough to handle. There's green out there. There's this thing which distributes anti-creep. You just need energy for that. There's a wall, but it's gonna fall pretty quick. It's deceiving. And there is crystal, which means that it will convert creep into indestructible creep that needs to be cancelled with anti-creep, I think. Yeah. You need some sprayers and there are some stops. Right. So the game wants us to just do it slowly, like expand slowly, but try and do our best to actually expand quick, if possible. Let's tap into that energy source. We'll be doing energy nodes or towers over here. Let's try to tap these steps. I would like to secure at least this area, if possible. Also the mines, of course. So with the mines we need to just build something regular. Can be like that. Can build a pylon. Stretch to there. Fast energy transfer, get the steps under our control. Then you'll want a bunch of the miners connected like that. And then you'll have to cancel one of them here. If you can. Oh, I don't remember how to delete structures really. Delete does not work. Destroy, but it does. So we'll get a pylon on that instead. And a tar. Let's unpause the game. Energy is gonna help us out to get some of the stuff done fast. It's gonna be expensive to run the mines, that's for sure. I'll need to start getting some sprayers. Also relevant mortars. At least a couple, they are always worth it. Be able to just get through those. Now, do they have launchers? They do. Which means that we'll have to also do missiles. We do have radon. So set up a couple of missiles over here. One as a backup. We'll be getting a refinery on that. We'll be getting a factory as well. Get a pylon, connect our stuff. And then we'll do some sprayers. 3 sprayers there. 1 here and 1 here. Just funneling the resources into the mines. Now more energy. For now we'll keep the mines on energy production, I think. At least some of them. Maybe a couple can be switched already. We'll be needing some bluite very soon. Let's get him built. would be worthwhile to try and get this covered with some tires. But as I mentioned, this is gonna be dangerous. Probably not very holdable, really. Let's get a bunch of sprayers up here. Want some down here as well. And these are gonna be always on. So if you shift click it, it's gonna do that. No, you need to manually click that. Always on. We'll be switching our mines into blue light. Most of them anyways. Let's get a new missile. Pylon. Want to be distributing the sprayers if possible. Some pylons for infrastructure. It's gonna produce anti-creep. The temple thing. Cover this. Get some mortars against the regular creep as well. It's a waste to use anti-creep against that, really. So what you want to be doing is just shelling the shit out of the regular creep. Actually isn't too infested yet. Let's get a thing. Speed up the process. Unfortunately, anti-creeper is getting consumed as it gets produced at this point, so not really that great. I'll have to switch some of these guys on blue-white as well. Yeah, all of them. All of them are gonna be blue-white. So anti-creep is life. Let's try to get this under our control. We would want this or no real easy way to connect to that, so let's just rip off that band-aid. Get some mining. Now over here we want a couple of mortars, we also want sprayers. Pylon. Looks like we are getting foothold outside. Which is actually pretty good for us. Let's get some infrastructure set up. Oh yeah, I also need to make sure we have enough missiles. Don't think about that much. We'll want some of the backup ones in here, just to make sure we can actually contest properly. Yeah, the AC is gonna be always on. Losing a couple of structures here and there. Let's move the mortars. will be moving some of these guys down there. Sun Creep is here, which is gonna be resistant to regular weapons, as I mentioned. So I'll have to make sure we can use the AC on it. Nullifying this sport launcher would be a good milestone. It's gonna produce Blight. Also, getting a totem would probably be a solid progress towards this, which is that the... No, you have two creeps, two emitters on the map. One there and one there. But getting this hell would actually be pretty solid. Fortunately, it's kind of thick, the creep on it. You can see exactly how thick it is. We do have surplus anti-creeps, so let's make a bunch more turrets. These guys are gonna be always on as well, and we'll drop them here. Might lose some infrastructure here and there, it's fine. The corner was not really too secure. Pylon is done. It's fine. You need to set up a new missile battery here. Another pylon. How are we doing on IC stockpiles? Still kind of good. We'll be building up a couple of mortars here. Some bonus energy wouldn't hurt. In here the creep is getting kind of thick. That's not a big deal. We cannot really make mortars on this mountain. Let's drop them nearby the thing. What we really need is a couple of mortars around here. Push with the mortars a bit. Can actually do some damage. to erect some pylons. Swift supply. Let's nullify this thing from the safest spot. Looks like you're getting a foothold again, so let's expand it. Some pylons for infrastructure. Our goal is gonna be nullifying this thing. So we can stop this from happening. And for that, getting a couple of mortars will actually be helpful. Shell that creep. Same over here. Let's push those units forward. The mortars are running out of stuff to shoot at. It's just a lot of micro. Pylon. Actually, I want a couple of cannon. Some missiles, because this area isn't really very safe. Let's push. Nullify this sucker. Our next thing we need to get is Liftic, I think. Refine it. We have nullified that. It's going to be a huge help. Still will need a pylon and stars. Secure this location. And we should continuously shell it. There is some deep creep in here. that really needs to be taken care of. Let's push over these. Now we can get this. There's a delegate, but we don't really need it. We really want this because we don't want the enemy to be able to make the purple creep. From there at least. In here it's still doing it. It's kind of a little bit of annoying. Now Liftrick is getting deposited into these. It's gonna provide us with shield, and this shield is gonna be the closest point, I guess. So for the delegate we need to just deplete creep on the map. It's gonna automatically happen. Set up some infrastructure. Remove some of the mortars. Keep clearing the deep creep. Let's mop up this. Now into shields. Need to think about what to do next. I think what could work is that to get a massive drop. A whole bunch of sprayers. They will die, but as they die they will evacuate all their contents, which means all the AC into the immediate area. But at the same time, while that's happening, we will actually set up a new front over here. Can claim this whole area for us. We will also be building some missile batteries just to make sure stuff we claimed does not die. Random spore attack. On this area. Delegate is charging. Yeah, we have this totem area now. So this one. We need them to hold the maximum amount before we send them in, which is gonna happen soon. So how do we want to do this? Let's drop them on that hill. So we should push in from this side. So let's beat it up. From within here we can actually start to make some extra mortars, start to show that deep creep. We can just make new ones. It's such a bother to actually move the stuff we've already got, so I'd just rather build new stuff. They will not have logistics, so they will die, but as they do they will drop down the creep. So maybe we could get them logistics, sure. Now that they have set up, maybe it's gonna be fast enough, we'll see. Most likely not, but you never know. Should try to nullify this thing. pushing the creep back. Sure, this whole area can be claimed, but we don't really need more energy, I don't think. So after you nullify the launcher, we need to just hug this side. Get at the creep from behind, because the front is guarded by the Crimson Creep. Which is a pain to deal with, to say the least. Let's prepare these. Create a connection. The logistics. Yeah, the mortars are working well. Just keep pushing with them. And out here as well. Just keep making them. We are getting there, slowly but surely. It's still a lot of creep bunched up, so we'll see how quickly it depletes. It's trying to shift, so we'll see. Just need to nullify this thing, that's all we need to do. Let's move the sprayers here. Let's construct a pylon. Power this up. Mortar these. The Crimson Creep is dangerous. The key is using the mortars here. Almost there. Once this stops spawning the Crimson Creep, it's gonna be better. Logistics. Nullifier. Need to do it from here. So it's gonna happen once we diminish all this creep. Which is gonna be pretty soon. Just need to cut access to regular creep. To that crystal. So it cannot make more. Just nullify that, and that should be done. It's a bit a long one. I think next one is the fortress one, which is kind of cool. You don't nullify things in there, I don't think. There's just constant spawning or rain. I'm not sure which one of those is first. There is one where creep just rains as drops from the sky endlessly, and then there is one where all sides basically all the time spawn creep. So you have a fortress in the middle. Either one of these is next. As I've said, I don't remember exactly which one, but both of them are kind of cool. Okay, we have that. So we jump. This one took a while. Hints, that was the one we played now. Sirius, yeah, that's the fortress. Okay. So we have... This is where you get terraformers. So you can actually edit terrain with them. It's kind of cool. So you start and yeah, creep is just gonna spawn endlessly from the side because this mesh terrain actually spawns it when it gets it, and that is dropped creep in the corners. And you get launchers as well, so that is that. If we want redstone for Miss House, you'll have to get it from here. There is some energy stockpiled up here, so it's 400. And then we have Anti-Creep Temple up there. That's green R. And we need to wall this off. But not really, this isn't what we need to do right now. What we need to do right now is just drop the city in where the energy is. Just absolutely coat this place in towers. Try to remain efficient if possible, but if not, let's just slap them down willy-nilly, it's fine. It's gonna be a start. You'll want to cover the walls as well, but not yet. What we need immediately is just build the infrastructure and then set up our miners, I think. How long until this fires? 4 minutes. If we get to, we can get side by side. Any anti-creep we get is going to be very limited and very precious. So we should be making good use of that. Let's make sure there are pylons connecting that, but we'll be building it up later. For now, let's just let the base construct the towers first. Oh, horrible sniffles today. Still be making it. Let's get a pylon. Let's get a pylon in here. Should be getting a refinery. From the inside, it's fine. The factory, we want a pylon. Connect that up, connect that up. Make sure there's a connection between those. Now what we'll want is pylons up here. Connect the whole place up, basically. towers on this. Need some missiles. Missiles can be inside. Just make sure we have enough of them. Make mortars. And cannon at the entrances. Energy is still kind of precious for us. So keep the mines on energy production for now. Spores are gonna fire. But we should have some radon, right? Hezbollah does want this to be completely cleaned up. Might be difficult to achieve. Also get a cannon, drop it down there eventually. Let's cover little tidbits. Can. Extra energy is extra energy. Even if it's just a little bit. It's gonna hit here. Let's intercept that. The other one is flying and hitting this, which is also not good. That pylon again. Did cause some serious damage. Let's position this. Now should be extracting radon soon, hopefully. Let's put this thing down here. Gonna happen soon again, which means that we'll have to get a pylon. Stars. Mortar down here. Get a missile. Now getting some radon, finally. Should arm the missiles. So, yeah, Delegate wants a certain amount of creep to not be present on the map, so that it activates. We'll need to nullify enemies, which is this thing. So we need to push towards that, even though this place is kind of crap. And yeah, if you just diminish the mesh in one place, you can actually push from there. It looks like this side might actually be the weakest. So the thing to do is we need to prepare a bunch of cannon. hit there still. It's not very reassuring. Let's add a couple more missiles. We are still lacking energy though. All the mortar fire is costing us a lot. Maybe it's gonna allow us to get some towers though, that would be good. So any area we can reclaim, it's gonna be good for our economy. If we can reclaim it. These guys in here. Let's get a pylon there. Set this area up. Let's see this. That's gonna help. We have missiles, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Need to push towards this mesh. So let's spread out the turrets. Want to synergize with mortars now. Expanding. Some pylons. I don't really have an anti-creep because I'm using all the energy for ammo. But eventually, if we surpass our energy needs, we will have to actually make things happen. Logistics. Could we get a good pylon in here? Yes. So this place needs to densify infrastructure. So it needs to get where it needs to get fast. Extra energy is going to be useful. Let's keep pushing up. We need a sledge. Get some good mortar positions. Get some forward pylons for supply. Reclaim this area. So let's just snag whatever reclaimed area there is. Yeah, the mesh is gonna be under attack soon. So what we want to do is keep some extra mortars and cannon So what we'll need to do is once we get a piece of mesh that's uncreeped, we'll need to secure it, keep it that way. Which is actually quite difficult, usually. Still, energy is not looking good. Or good enough to support what we would want. There's a guy in here. Send that cannon out. The creep with the mesh is just gonna be a pain. Need to constantly barrage it with a bunch of stuff, otherwise it's gonna rekindle. This is this one solid thing, so it's gonna keep spawning even in places where we secured it. But this is a good position from which to expand, I think. We could try to do some anti-creep now, since we are actually, for the first time, running positive energy. So now we actually do have some spare. Some free energy would be nice. And the anti-creep is gonna help us with this area. Especially if it could touch the mesh, it would help quite a bit, I think. I need to make a refinery. Down here, let's get a logistics thing. Ours. Let's get a terraformer. And what we'll do is, where is terraforming? Terraform. And you can copy a thing. So brush size 1, that's fine. Height 15, 14 is fine. And we'll be building up a thing here. Something like this, and then get multiple terps on it. It's gonna be drained on our resources, but it's gonna be worthwhile, I think. We need to expand to the totems anyway, so I think we'll be building up a couple of cannon at least. Some mortars, the old ones, I cannot be bothered to really move them. It's sort of good to have it as a fallback position. It's not the worst to have that going on. Some stuff will die from being overextended, that's fine. Unfortunately, our energy needs are high again. Because all the construction is going on. Let's move some of these mortars forward. Without the AC. AC is good, but it's severely hindered. definitely could be better. But with the mortars being closer, it's actually gonna help us out. Punch. Still low on energy. It feels so bad. Do we have a cannon in here? No. There's a cannon here. Can use him. Daisy is spreading, but it's also inside. Move some of these mortars down here so they can actually help out to strike the deep key. Get some of this free stuff. Now are you getting spawns in here? No, it's just the corner stuff. Okay. Let's use some of our weapons. But we still need to keep it safe, otherwise you're not gonna have a good time. Build some logistics. Did manage to reclaim a bit, so let's get the energy out of it. Let's keep pushing with the turrets. Getting the territory. My hope was that the energy would start to stabilize a bit, but it's kinda rough. Is this place for some of our mortars? And eventually these places should become no more resort drain, but income. I think that's what we see happening around here. Just getting better. Let's get some pylons. And our energy is finally in the green for a bit. Let's keep pushing. Pylon. Power. Totems are gonna be a pain, but it's okay. This one is actually quite simple. Let's get a couple of can. Mountain has unfortunately outlived its usefulness. So energy out of this area. We want to nullify this thing. She should be able to do. Might handle it. This thing has activated shield. It's good for us. We did get its lifting already. So I guess another pylon. Yeah, there's another one. The totem. And then we nullified an enemy. Let's try to get at this corner. It would be good. We do actually have a sizable stockpile of anti-creep, so what we'll do is let's deploy some sprayers. I want to set up a quick connection. This place is fine. Look at the reclamation rate, it's high. Not quite done yet, but it's gonna get done eventually. Let's push up slightly. Don't have to push much more with this. AC always on. So what are the AC stockpiles? Still high enough. Note it. Reclamation 90%. Can can move from the corner. Constructed these guys. AC always on. Which means that we'll be using our stockpiles, but that's fine. It's gonna help us do this. Do the pylon. Here, it's almost enough. Just badly not. Let's push up this cannon. Gonna get some lift tech, and then that's gonna be it. Oh no, we still need reclaim more. But it's gonna happen, naturally. Even with the shield, actually, it might help us. If we really need to, I could expand a little bit more on this side. Gonna help. With the delegate, it's 95%. Let's connect this up. Looks like we are doing it. It's just some mortar fire would thin it out better. A bunch of disk space, which did help considerably. We need to push in more. Just fly in the threats. Might get interrupted again. You'll see. Maybe it's fine. Just need to keep slapping it. As I thought. Need to push in more. It's not enough yet. Now it's gonna be better. Should reliably charge now. Hey Baron, welcome. Thanks for the raid. How are you doing? What was it that you were playing? Send this mission. Hey Baron. Just a short Half-Life stream, okay. Are you almost done with the game? You should be, right? It was like the third one. No clue. Yeah, if it's your first run and there were no spoilers, then you probably have no idea. Okay, so this is the first mission where we get research. This info cache should be a priority, yeah. Makes sense. So we need to start over here. There is some energy. Gonna get some research. They will have blobs. Blobs are not gonna be nice. Seems very long. So you're enjoying Creeper World? I am familiar with the game. It's not terrible. As Kerry mentioned, there are objectives, but you basically cannot lose if you know what you are doing. But it scratches that tower defense itch a bit. It's also good that it has an economy, unlike a bunch of other games. Like Darwinia had a problem with me. It's all about the micro, and there is no macro aspect to it at all. At least not early, and that just isn't very good for me. So what is this thing? Blob side. Alright, I'm gonna get a bunch of blobs done. Yeah, 3 nests. Okay. Hey Boomer, and hey from the computer, welcome. What even is this game? It's an RTS, where you build your energy grid to get resources to build turrets that combat creep, which creep is a blue liquid that destroys anything that it touches, and it is emitted by these emitters or other structures. There are various things the enemy can have. This is still fairly early on. Headphones and chair are phasing out of existence. Oh yes, they are. I know that, especially on this background. Unfortunately, the green screen didn't really agree today, so I have to tweak the settings a bit. If it's too distracting, then sorry for that. But I think it's better than my entire wall phasing in and out of existence. Start by setting up stars. Try to get this island. I think we can defend these ridges if we capture it quickly. But we will need sniper towers, I think. Unless we already have them. No, we don't. So indeed, this is a priority. But not as high of a priority as money or energy in this case. So just let it happen, and we'll set up some mortars. 1 by each entrance, and 1 cannon as well. And we'll do a backup cannon because I expect the blobs to actually do some damage on me. We also need a single turret. Marek has been cursed by Neve's wizard, and his headphones are permanently connected to his head with evil magic. This is the only logical explanation. Well, clearly. I could try and fix it if it's really bothering you. The cats are messing up with the green screen. That's not very good. Expect them to shatter. I'm just gonna have to. Okay. Where is it? Here. Set up a filter. I guess something like this is a little bit better. Let's unpause the game. Let there be stuff. And we'll have to capture this quite quickly. So let's set up pylon and another pylon. Connect it straight to our stuff. That is perfect, but I was just saying so it's Mechtal. It's fine. We all enjoy it, don't we? Deficit is huge, that's fine. We have a lot of construction queued up, especially these mines, they are not cheap. What you'll need to do is start motoring the shit out of this place. Let's get another pylon and even another one here. There is this thing which will disintegrate eventually. So the dream would be to just get it before it happens. So we can actually use it for our nefarious means. We will need a factory, so let's build a factory. It seems like everything's going according to plan. We will... oh no, the creep is seeping through there. I was about to expand there, that was a very poor idea. Let's get some mortars. Okay, the tarp is gonna excavate that. This position is set up, secure. I see this. You do have to manage energy, yes, you can see energy in the top. So, energy is gained if you build towers and they gain green area, that's how they gain you energy, or you can get energy from mining. Currently we are also doing that, but I will be switching them to bluite, which is an ore that you can mine and turn it into a thing. You can make your own creeper, anti-creeper, which is white, and it basically acts as a creeper's opposite thing. So we'll be constructing some sprayers. We want to learn a word of choice and check. Let's go for it. Let's get a pylon. Let's get a couple of cannon. And a mortar. Some chick slime. Dealer's choice. Chick slang. It is very common for people to actually overuse certain words which are not supposed to be used in a conversation or in that sentence. As is the case with English, where you would say, like you talk to someone who constantly, after every second word, will say man. You know, that kind of speech impediment. You have the same sort of thing in almost every language. I'm sure like every person or every language in the world has that equivalent. And then here is actually vola, which is vul is male cow, so bull, which doesn't have his testicles. So I don't know how to call that, but it's the neutered bull. And you just call that your call. Like say to your friends or whatever. It's very common here. So I hope that satisfies your curiosity. But understand, yeah, it's like, I don't know how to call that, but you know what I mean, right? It's... just you are using words that are not appropriate for that. And you are doing it subconsciously, that's the most important part. Creeper and anti-creeper is like American platformers are better than Mega Man. Something in the world disappears when they meet, yeah. Or something in the world happens, you know? Many people have very fond and cherished memories of that. I mean... it all depends on the person in question who's evaluating it. For me personally, I hate it. I hope that I'm never gonna have to do it again, but you know, it's just some people love that. Like you are great at that game, Kerry. Great at platformers. Putting everyone to shame. How's it spelled? Well, I can write in the chat. So vul is a single neutered bell, and then vola is like dead bell. You are talking to dead bell. So that we would say like after every second word in a conversation while talking something about something completely unrelated. Also, that's what some people do. Okay, we've got the research. There's gonna be an attack soon, so what we'll need to do is, yeah, we need this. I have horrible sniffles today, sorry for that. So let's construct that. We also have surplus on the creeper relay, so let's just pile in more turrets. We'll also set up our logistics to speed up transfer of goods and resources here. Looks like we managed to claim this area fairly well. There's some redstone here. We should be excavating it with a refinery because I'm gonna get hit by an aerial attack. It's gonna hit the creeper. Okay, let's bring our turrets back. This is gonna be real nasty. And this is gonna hit as well. Okay, it hits a turret. Not the worst. Could be much worse. My stuff is exploding. Yeah, it's real bad. Gonna have to replace that. It cut this part of my stuff entirely off, so not good. But we can deal with it. I'm putting Google Translate and it's dude. Well, it's a slang word for dude, but in reality it means neutered bulb. Check. Energy collection, mine production, move speed. It's all our research for now. Just to go for logistics. There's a new one which we'll need to excavate, so let's use the tarp. This thing is still having some stuff on it. Switch this to always be on. We need to mortar that. Do we have a free mortar? This one can be used. Okay, and we need missiles. I forgot about missiles again. Let's build missiles. Absolutely everywhere. It's gonna hit me again. Just, I'm too slow. I'm too slow for this. This is not good. Yeah. Okay. Let's get more sprayers going on. Let's get some logistics. Now we can actually climb this island for energy. Let's move these mortars a bit closer. Activate all the spray. So that the AC stockpile is fine. It's the greener. You will need that. Okay, now we have the missiles, so we should be fine against this. Can use one more research. Fire range upgrade is going to be pretty useful. Let's place a mortar down. We don't have any other guns here, but it works. for me. Can we somehow get this thing to operate? Yeah. Let's get this. Connect this up. Mortar. Machine gun. There's a forgotten machine gun in there, so let's push it forward. Logistics. Mortar has been destroyed, that's fine. I think our energy is actually fine now. Can support the attack. Let's get a refinery. Okay, I don't really have that much defense against against spores here, so let's just make sure we do. I should be bombarding this pretty well. There are the totems, right. I need this, it's gonna give us another research. Let's bring this mortar forward. Keep a gun, but let's use the other ones here. Keep 2 mortars, I guess. Make sure it's safe. I need to excavate that research. Let's get to it. All the sprayers come forward. And we all want to start spreading the creep elsewhere, because this is actually separated by the mesh, and getting anti-creeper on it will not spread anti-creeper like it does with the creep. So what we'll need to do is mortar this, establish a foothold, and push from there. Get these mortars firing. Same thing here. I might actually just build more. Sometimes easier than micro. This is working out fairly okay. Now we should shell this pretty well. We will need a pylon though. So I think I'm gonna relocate one of these mortars to this place. Just to get a pylon going. Right, the blobs are just creating creep at this point, they are not attacking, so we should be fine. As they go into that thing and that spawns creep. It's pretty thick, to say the least. This is like the highest creep you can get, I guess. Is it? No, it could still be higher. But it's kind of overflowing. No, there's not much we can do. Let's just shell this. We'll have this research soon enough, and there is another one. So actually tar this. Should diminish the creep in here. Let's make sure we have appropriate defenses. Just drop a turret on top of that. What we'll do now is, let's take a look at weapons. Let's create army of sprayers and we'll be dropping them into the enemy territory. There. Can move. We can upgrade everything basically now. Just get an energy from this place. And then, yes, it looks like we established sort of a foothold. It's gonna require a pylon. A couple of towers. Need to get a gun in there. Start with 3. All these AC guys are gonna just drop in here. They're actually lacking anti-creep, but that's fine. So we are building this. So moving up the mortars. Drop them on top of that. I need that spot. I need it real bad. It's fine, let's just make mortars. Let us nullify this. Constant left fire. It's gonna spawn. Okay, we just nullified it. So now I need to push in, nullify that thing. Might actually need to, yeah, just shell everything with mortars. Need to deplete their things. The anti-creep is gonna be super useful, but you cannot rely on it exclusively. How's the logistics? And this. You're not getting as much as I would like, but there is no more ore. But energy is fine. Could even have more. Let's get a pylon. It would be great to have it there, but just cannot yet. I will be building up more mortars, I guess. Some of them might die from the creep. Go forward with the turrets. Now we can actually establish a pylon, I think. Almost. Let's get it here then. It's getting quite huge. Not sure if you'll be able to build anything there. We'll see. We've got a bunch of mortars. Need to nullify this sucker. That's their only emitter though. So we should be able to get at them pretty easily after that happens. Let's nullify that. Nullify that. Almost done. What is it? It just nullified something else. It's not good. Yeah, sure, let's try this one then. One more tile forward. Let's keep building up mortars. Try to establish a pylon after we smash this, I guess. It's done. Okay. That's good. Let's try to get a pylon. All the anti-creep goes here. Something will explode, most likely. Let's get a pylon from the high ground. Cannon in there. Yeah, we'll lose a bunch of the turrets, that's fine. It's completely fine. Delegate is charged. That's good. Keep smashing the creep. Let's go and nullify these guys. Get some pylons going. Okay, we established this. So now it's gonna be pylon by each place. It's gonna seep in though. It's still seeping it. So we'll try to make some cannon. No. It's just constant blubbers. Now you nullified them. Let's just wait until the last of them come in here. We don't nullify that. Right. Oh no, you can nullify it. But I forgot something. Oh yeah, this launcher is not nullified properly. Let's do that. Just build some mortars in here. Finish that creep. Yeah, this map is also kind of cool. I'm not sure what the other one is. Next one. It's probably gonna be the rain map where the creep constantly rains from the sky and you have a big shield. It's where you get the shield generators. Well, that's kind of cool, okay. Cities more and more War and Peace. I don't remember this one, it might be something else. Shattered is the space one. Archon is actually the shield one. You can see it right here. So War and Peace. If I just take a look at it, I have no idea. Let's take a look at just how the missions look like in this. Yeah, this one is kind of cool. It's where you get the Air Force. It's a siege. Oh, yeah, this one. Incredibly salty. The getting to that middle part is just... It takes like 2 hours to play this one alone, I think. This one is kind of cool. A big base to conquer. Bunch of different spots. This one is kind of hard, I think, and the last one is just a slog. Yeah, but yeah, we managed to get kind of far today. We only need to go half the way. So maybe next time, if people do enjoy this game, we could play some more of it. I do like it, but yeah, I understand it might not be the most riveting game you ever saw. So kind of depends on what you want to see. That's why I'm here for. So maybe we can play it again at some point. I'm gonna probably ask in the Discord or something. But that's gonna be it for this game for today. So thanks for watching, and let's take a look if there is someone we can raid. Looks like we could raid Blubber. He's playing Pokemon Colossus. Something completely different, but whatever. Let's raid Blubber.